Gentlemen, live from Houston, Texas, it's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
Hey guys, it's your girl Matchmaker Amber Neal. Welcome to Workin Women's Wednesday with my co-host DJ Houston.
What's up? It's a beautiful day.
Yes. I know, kinda. It's like as long as you're indoors, right?
Yes.
Y'all got it from my other co-host, Kadori.
Hi, thanks for tuning in today.
You're looking all beautiful.
Thank you. I'm just still glowing off of that wedding last night.
Yes, it was
That
so
was
amazing.
Amazing.
It was such a beautiful wedding.
It sure was.
They had me a few times. I was like, don't cry. It's okay. I know. It's okay.
I know. I love it because it just never gets old. I've been a matchmaker 17 years, and I love helping people find love. But Shamir sat on our sexy single sofa, and Shug came in and was on the show on a different day. And man, they are a match made in Houston, so we're really excited. You're next. But you know what I love about this, Kadori, is that this does give people hope, because all the programming out there, the TV, the radio, everything you absorb tries to tell you that everybody's having an affair. Nobody believes in love. Monogamy doesn't exist. Real love doesn't exist. We witnessed it last night that real love existed. And you know what the key to that was? They both have God as their truest leader. They put God first.
For real.
And when God puts something together, let no man dissolve. So congratulations to hashtag Sugar Bacon on y'all's new wedding, and we're so happy to do that. We got a lot of pictures we're going to be putting out today, but today's topic is really interesting because it is really sometimes it's hard to tell, right? We all have a gift of discernment. One of the things we talked about at the wedding last night, people were kind of shocked, like, wow, but they got married in like 86 days from the time they met. And I think all of us were kind of like, wow, that was really fast by most standards. But that's one thing that Reverend Moore was talking about when he spoke. It's amazing when Isaac recognized Rebecca, he was said, that's my wife. And that's the thing, if you're a wife before you become a wife, it is how you carry yourself. When a man you have to be what that man wants already, so that but be true to yourself. But I'm saying, if you are his wife, if you are his rib, he will recognize you in the spirit. And so it's not about how much time, because think about it, if you've been single even over a year or 2 years, you know exactly what you don't want.
Exactly.
You already know what you've already experienced, and the good thing is you've had time to heal.
Right. Well, I was going to say, especially if you found self-love and have had time to heal.
That's it.
You have to find that self-love first before you can go and find any other kind of love.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you found it, it's definitely, it's especially as like we were talking about yesterday, it's about the laws of attraction. Yesterday, if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, I definitely say y'all guys go back and look at it. We were talking about 7 signs that, why the reason why the law of attraction wasn't working for you.
Yeah.
And one of the things we were saying was that you didn't think about it correctly. You weren't manifesting it right. So, like, if you want a husband, you got to act like every day you have a husband. So, you got to act like you a wifey every day. Once you manifest that, that'll come in. So, it brings to that point right there where, as you said, Shamir was already acting like a wife. Shug was already acting like a husband. Well, that's why when they found each other as single individuals, it was perfect. It was a perfect match because they were already in that mindset of, I'm a husband, I'm a wife.
Because I even Reverend Moore today, he said that to me. He said, you don't act like you're single. I said, because I'm a wife. Yes, I'm legally single, but I am carrying myself like I want to be married. I'm not carrying myself. I'm not here wild and acting the most, because that's not what I want.
Right.
I want somebody who is ready for monogamy, commitment, and ready to settle down. So I don't act those ways, because that's not what I'm trying to attract. And the thing is, people believe what you show them. So if you're out here acting like hot girl summer, talking about, I'm going to attract my Boaz. No, you're not. You might attract his cousin, broke ass, sorry ass, and lazy ass, but you ain't going to necessarily get Boaz, okay? So, and that's what it really boils down to, is what really matters to you, and that's what you're actually going to do. But today, guys, today's topic is really interesting. 7 ways to tell if someone is right for you. Because your friend always knows what's best for you. Yeah. Your mama always knows what's best for you, and half the time they don't even know what's best for them.
Right.
And a lot of times you got bitter single people that don't want you to find love. They don't want you to be in a relationship, or they're that jealous, codependent best friend that we got to do everything together. And then as soon as you get somebody special in your life, they're like, oh no, don't spend time with them, spend time with me. So you can get a lot of misinformation, is my point, from all these different resources. And the thing is, instead of talking to so many people about what's right for you, I challenge you, talk to God first. Talk to God, because everything you need to know is already in you. Everything you need to succeed is already in you. So really, all you really need to do is talk to your Creator, and He'll tell you if your discernment is right on. Half the problem is that we put somebody in our life, and then we go to God and we're like, oh, can you bless this? And God's like, oh, well, maybe if you'd have maybe asked me before you tried to go ahead and get in the engagement, I could have helped you out. So today, guys, we're gonna talk specifically about 7 ways to tell he is right for you. And this show is brought to you by Married. So coming up, we're going to give you guys a chance here in just a minute to meet some of our host couples for Married, up to 50 events a month.
Right. So much love going down. We have, I know Wednesday nights we do Pate Night. Tuesdays we do Strengthen Your Relationship with F45. We have Cidercade coming up. We have Main Event coming, like bowling, skate night, ice skating. Right. Like it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. Axe throwing is coming up. Who doesn't want to get out there and let out some anger? Let me throw some axes. I know there's a couple X's I want to throw an axe at. What perfect practice.
I have a couple of business associates, All right, guys. And also, y'all going to check out, one of the things that Kadori has is her I Love Me hoodies. We're going to give you guys some information on those too. Every time I rock your hoodie, and I need your shirt too, girl. I Love Me shirt, I Love Me hoodie. Y'all need to check those out, because I swear every time I rock that, it is self-love is the best love that leads to the healthy love. So every time you put that on, you're going to feel inspired to keep staying true to yourself. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to tell you a little bit more about Married and how you can get your own hoodie. We'll be back after this.
Married, Houston's first private social club for couples.
With every moment I've experienced with you, I put into a space of forever, and we can compromise what most misuse, 'cause only love will keep us together.
I love these kisses.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I can't shake this feeling. Sensational bliss from conversational perspectives, and just think, we ain't even got into the thick of it. I want to be lost in love with you, but also find our way. I want to dig deep in the mud with you and outgrow every obstacle that comes from day to day. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's making me go all in, and I ain't looking or thinking about who, what, why, or when. It's the intelligence for me, the confidence and swag, the happiness in knowing he can get the bag. I wish we knew what the future holds, but until then, we'll just keep hitting future goals. I'll just keep doing what I do, 'cause baby, all you need is me, and all I need is you.
Join Married today by visiting www.marriedate.com. Married, Houston's first private social club for couples.
Hello, I'm Larry.
And I'm Denise. And we are the Scotts.
Denise and I have been married for almost a year now, and it has been a thrill.
Yes, it has. We are always honeymooning and always on the go, doing something as a couple.
And that's what I love about my wife, Denise. She is full of energy, she's full of excitement, and she is full of love.
And I love you for allowing me to shine my love in your life. And I'm super ready to share a lifetime of memory with you.
She's my wife.
He's my husband.
She's my friend.
He's my friend.
She's my everything.
He's my everything.
She's my queen.
He's my king.
She's my lifetime.
He's my lifetime. This is what makes a happy marriage.
And we both believe what God put together, no one can ever tear apart.
Join Married today by visiting www.marriedate.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. It is Workin Women's Wednesday, and man, we have a great show for you guys today. Today we're talking about 7 ways to tell if someone is right for you or not, because hey, everybody has opinions, and you know what they say about that. Y'all give it up for my co-host DJ Houston and Kadori.
Hola!
Are y'all still in a natural high from the wedding last
Yes,
night?
I am.
Yes, between all the love that was there, all the great vibes that were put out, the great music that was there.
Yeah, thanks
It was
to
just
you.
such a it was an amazing night, you know, and I just what a weird day to have a wedding, you know, on a Tuesday. But it was amazing. I love their exit. Their exit was probably the best part, you know.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't get to see it
I
around?
left before they cut the cake. I was like, oh my God, I didn't get it.
So when they left, we all went and stood on each side of the red carpet with sparklers as they walked through it and got into their Rolls Royce limousine.
Yeah, it was really
So
cute.
nice. Oh my God.
It was a beautiful
beautiful
ceremony.
I'm gonna post some pictures today too. I had them. I just been kind of looking at all the other pictures, but I'm gonna do it. But like you were saying before we went into the break, if you've taken time to heal yourself and have that self-love, like Shamir had been singing, oh my God, so many years, and I believe Sugar Ray had been singing a while too. So when you meet somebody, it will be instant like that because you're open, you've been by yourself, you love yourself, and you can know and you can attract right away. So that's why theirs happened so fast.
And that's the thing, Corey. You know, we saw your commercial for the I Love Me hoodie. Tell us just real quickly about the book and the hoodie.
Okay, first of all, the book is a self-inspirational book for women. Men can read it too, but I think women need a lot of encouragement, you know, from being in abusive relationships to just single moms and things like that. So I wrote the book to empower women because I myself am a survivor of domestic violence and been through all sorts of stuff. So I just share my true testimony. With the I Love Me hoodies, everybody should love themselves. They're hoodies for men and women. You know, when you love yourself, you can love other people. And I think if you don't really love yourself, you can't really give that love or even receive it, I think.
Oh, 100%. Because if you don't love yourself, then you will not have those boundaries.
Exactly.
You will let people do whatever they want to do. You have to love yourself so that you don't let people mistreat you.
Exactly.
It's really nothing more than that. I mean, people think, oh, I don't, you know, it's a cliche to say you got to love myself before I can love others or they can love me. But the reality of it is until you're healed, you will not feel worthy of love. You won't feel that you necessarily deserve love. So today, guys, we have a really good show for y'all. I'm so glad y'all tuned in today. Today we're going to talk about 7 ways to tell if someone is right for you, because there are some clear, you know, they say that when you die, it is the thing that people remember about you is not what car you drove, what business you had, those sort of things. What they remember about you is how you made them feel. And that's one thing you guys really need to get through your thick skull today is that perception is reality. And you may think, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong to them, or I'm not doing anything, but if they feel that you are, or you feel that they are, that is reality. So you can sit there and argue with them all day long, but you cannot change someone's truth.
That's right.
Agreed, you know, and no, I mean, I really can't say anything else to that part, because that's, dang, Amber, you always do this to me. She always leaves me speechless. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I'm like, oh, she already said that. Never mind. Yeah, you always say it all.
Well, the thing is, you know, you may not remember exactly what people said to you, but you will definitely remember how they made you feel.
That part.
So
That's
that
it.
will never go away, that feeling. Yeah.
That's why you go to some funerals and you got 3 people there.
Yeah, you know.
And you go to other funerals and it's like the whole place is packed. So it's really about giving flowers now, and it's about how you make people feel now while they're alive. So we're going to jump into our topic, guys. 7 ways to tell this someone is right for you, and we'll also find out, I'll tell you what they're not. So number one, when you hang out with this person, they will make you feel calm and at ease afterwards. I always say this on the show: where there is resistance, that is your clue that that person may not be right for you. Because what you're doing is, on the self-love journey, when you are dating somebody and you start feeling like, I don't like the way this makes me feel, I don't want to do that, I'm not looking forward to that, and you just start getting anxiety about hanging out with them, or knowing that when you hang out with them there's always going to be some kind of conflict, that is your intuition, your gut, as Dr. Delagrange said, your gut is your second brain. That is your intuition telling you something is wrong. What do you say, DJ?
You know, that you're right. When your gut is telling you that, you really have to listen. You know, it's feeling at ease is something that's supposed to be really important in a relationship. You know, you're supposed to be able to let your walls down and be exactly what you are. You shouldn't have to hide or fake it or do any of those things that you really don't want to do, you know? I mean, a relationship is supposed to be loving and caring. It's supposed to be your safe space, you know? And if you can't have that safe space, your gut's telling you every day, like, hey, there's something fishy here. I don't like the smell of this.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You should listen to it and go. Like, you really should. Because if you can't have that, then why are you in that relationship? I mean, I really don't. If you're married, I can see, you know, sticking around and getting therapy to work on it. But if you're literally just dating somebody and you're constantly having to tell them the same exact issue over and over, listen to your gut. You know, you're not being able to be yourself. You're having to constantly be guarded or having to be suspicious. You know, that it's not worth it. Yeah. It's really not worth it.
Well, it's just your inner voice. You know, we all have an inner voice, your intuition, your instinct. And when you avoid that inner voice, there will be a price to pay for that.
Ooh,
so you got to learn to trust your inner voice, trust your gut, and follow that.
Now, Kadori and I are a little bit older than you, DJ. Okay, which that's where wisdom comes in, and that's the thing is we've lived now long enough to see at our age group how many people have passed away. I mean, it's mind blowing. When I was your age, I never went to funerals hardly ever. You know, I had my brother pass away at 18. I had some other friends pass away young, but for the most part, I didn't really start going to funerals like I do now. I mean, it is unreal. I mean, I'm talking 4 people that were 50 years old died in the last 2 years that I knew. That is that's a gut check, right? Yeah. So my point of bringing that up is to remind you, quit taking your damn life for granted.
Exactly.
Quit thinking I'll do it tomorrow. I'll accept better tomorrow. I'll demand better for myself tomorrow. Right. You may not have tomorrow. And so I'm asking you, if today is your last day on earth, is this how you want to go out? Is this how you want to leave it? What's number 2?
Yeah, you know, so you're able to use your normal voice around them. You don't have to do any of those pitch changes to try to show how serious you are or not serious. You're able to just act like yourself. You don't have to act like yourself. You're able to just be yourself. You know, you're able to just walk into the room and let all those walls down and be okay. You don't have to walk into the room and do I gotta put a wall up? Am I okay here? Do you like, you don't have to act like that. You can literally just walk in and be yourself. Now that's, to me, that's what we like to call it. Exactly. That right there is husband material. Like that really is, because that's
wife material.
Right, that's wife material too. Like that really is. Like that's something that I look for in relationships, where I can be myself. It's bad enough that I already have to wear a mask as an entertainer when I'm on stage. You know, not saying that I'm fake. There's a difference between wearing a mask and being fake. Okay, let me get this to you haters out there. It's a difference. When we say we wear a mask, it's because, you know, we can't show our feelings. We can't. You know, when we are on camera, when we are on the spotlight, it's happy-go-lucky. No matter how we're feeling inside, it's happy-go-lucky.
Y'all would be surprised how many shows you have to do film. I mean, you have no idea.
Where I was crying right before I got on air. Like, just some eye drops. Okay, no more. Exactly. So, you know, it's bad enough I gotta wear the mask at all times when I'm outside, you know. So when I'm home, I don't want to wear a mask. I want to, exactly, you know, I want to wash all that stuff off, get out the shower, and I'm mask free. I'm me.
Be yourself.
You know, and don't get me wrong, you know, the mask is part of me, but it's not exactly who I am.
Yeah, you're a performer. I mean, because there's a performer, and then there's DJ Houston, there's Jacob.
Yes.
I mean, And they're two different things.
Exactly. You know, they're two different personalities, you know. DJ Houston's always on. He always wants to have fun and party and brings a life to it. And Jacob's the total opposite. He wants to just sit at home, cuddled up under the blankets, getting fat.
People would be shocked how boring entertainers really can be, because you're so on all the time that when you get home, you're like,
That's why I tell everybody, you know, like I especially since COVID, you know, like my social media kind of went down in my presence because I was like, I'm boring, guys. You don't want to sit here and watch me watch TV all day long because I'm not, you know, if I'm not out there performing, yeah, I do some things in the studio, but I'm never on social media when I do those things because it's a distraction. And so when I'm in the studio, I like to be laser focused on what I'm doing, you know, because that's my sanctuary. That's where I get lost at, you know. And so I don't want any of these distractions from my phone. So
it's funny you say that. Roger was just talking about that today in our meeting earlier about how he witnessed you having your ministry through music, and he saw that you were doing your music, and he said, "What are you doing?" Because he caught it in his spirit, and he caught that part for you that connects to God through music. And he said, "What are you doing?" And you said, "I'm praying."
It's just, you know,
and it was like, wow, you know, so you never know when people,
how
people process.
Really, you know, you don't. And like I said, when I got into it, you know, I didn't get into music for fame or fortune or any of that stuff. I got into it because because somebody did it to me. Somebody touched my soul, and I heard their conversation through the music that they did. And when I found that you can really touch somebody like that without seeing them or being near them, just through that music, that's why I did it, because that's how I've always spoke. Music's always been my lifesaver, you know? When I was having bad day, music. Good day, music.
Exactly.
Just a day, music. You know, music's always been my crutch. And so I was like, gosh, if it could do it for me and somebody can make me feel like that, I can make other people feel like that.
Well, I love your DJing. Last night I went up there and we had a dance. We danced together.
Right? We was feeling it. We were feeling our feels, and we was dancing, and we was feeling it. You know, but that's what I do. Like, I feel it, you know, and that's how you always know what I'm feeling through my music.
Oh, you can
know?
tell
You
whatever he's playing.
Exactly, you know it.
You come in the office, he's got some Cher on. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Cher, Donna Summers.
But what do you agree, Kadori? You just want to be yourself.
Yeah, you just want to be yourself. And then I, too, am somebody that I love my private time. I love at home. And, you know, I go out in public, I meet people, I talk to people, I inspire people, I motivate people, but I love my alone and my at-home time. I just love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. But also, another thing is that when you tell your dreams to them, they don't try to hold you back. In fact, they push you towards your dreams, even if that means spending less time with them.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
I know we probably all deal with that as entertainers.
Yeah.
Big time.
Especially trying to date, because, you know, one is entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's a beast in itself.
Listen, hold up. Just to kind of put how much of a beast it is.
Yeah.
Last night at a wedding, they were signing up shows, booking interviews, like at a wedding. I was like, dang, y'all are on. You know, and I overheard at one point, you know, Pastor was saying, we're on 24/7. We are entrepreneurs. No matter where we go, it is a business opportunity. And a lot of people just don't understand that about entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We're going to use every platform we got to sit here and spread what we're doing, you know, especially when we're doing it out of love. Listen, I was so close to being shameless last night, saying, hey, join Mary Day. I was so close. They had to unplug my mic before I did it.
That's when the power went off.
Yeah, that's exactly when the power went off. I was like, hey, I was about to say about Mary Day.
Oh my God.
But you know, guys, I guess the point we're trying to make with this one is that if you are, no matter what you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you have a job, I mean, it could be anything, and it's almost like, I always say this for me, the thing they love about me in the beginning is the thing they hate about me in the end.
Right.
When they realize how much work really goes into it, y'all just see the results, but there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that no one ever knows. But what the worst thing you can do is find a partner that's like, do you have to go on that book tour?
Oh my God. What
do you have to do that show, Kadori? Do you have to do that gig, DJ Houston? Can't you just stay home? Well, don't you like to eat? Don't you like money? When you're an entrepreneur, it is per gig or per job. So it's like, do you want to eat or do you want me to snuggle in the dark with the lights cut off?
Right.
It don't make sense. But the thing is you don't want to be around somebody that's going to pull you away. There is, the thing that in my self-love journey, and y'all know we're all transparent. It's what we love about the show, is that the one thing that has been my biggest downfall, I should probably already be at least a year past what I am right now. And you know what's held me back is being distracted. Distracted me. That is really what it's about, because when you want love, the enemy knows you want love. He's not going to send you somebody that's going to be like, hi, I'm here to scam you and break your heart and destroy you and take you off your path. He's going to send you a gorgeous Adonis who looks like a big bodybuilder, super sexy, and packing, because that good D will have you in a whole relationship you're not supposed to be in. But that's been it. And the thing is, we all have coping mechanisms. Some people sex, some people drugs, alcohol, and believe it or not, some people are overachievers. That is their coping mechanism too. They bury themselves in work. But the thing is for me, my biggest thing that holds me back is being distracted, because the one thing I want the most is love, because that's what I'm about. But it's the one thing the enemy, whatever you have to have in order to be happy, guarantee is the enemy will use it to keep you miserable and in bondage. What do you guys have been your biggest deterioration in your career of trying to go for it outside of, because for me it's been the wrong relationship.
For me, it's more about people just coming into your life that don't mean you any good, or they may already be in your life. Let me just switch it around, because it may be family or friends that's already there, and they're not supportive, they're not encouraging, they're actually wanting you to fail. So the moment you have a bad day, because we'll all have bad days, they're going to be around, oh, maybe you need to let that go.
They pounce.
I know you want to do this right now, but maybe it's not the right time. Or, maybe you should switch and do something else, because they're only going to encourage you as much as they're encouraged.
Exactly.
So that's the problem when you have people in your circle that aren't motivated themselves, or they're not living their dream. They're definitely going to look at you crazy when you're trying to live yours.
People meet you at their level of understanding and expectation. So if they can't see it as their truth, that's their truth. So that's why you got to be careful who you listen to.
Right.
Exactly.
Kadori kind of took the words right out of my mouth, because I was going to say, your circle. Like, I found that, some of the biggest distractions, the biggest things that have been the people in my circle. They were the reasons I weren't going anywhere, because it was constantly like, oh, it was that fake, I'm putting you on, I'm going to be your fake hype man, but I'm not going to do nothing to help you move forward. And every time you move forward, I'm just going to say nothing but the negatives. I'm never going to help you with the positives, like, oh, you really should take this, even though this, no, you shouldn't take this because this is going to happen, or whatever, like, they can never be proud for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about being proud of me, it's being proud for me. You know what I'm saying?
Jealousy is a real nasty, evil spirit, guys.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But when we come back, we're going to finish talking about 7 ways to tell if they are right for you. But first, y'all go ahead and check out a word from our sponsors and our friends over at Meridate, Houston's first private social club for couples. It's already active. We're up to 50 events a month. Go out, make some friends, and don't be a statistic. We're here to cure the divorce rate one couple at a time. We'll be back right after this.
Meridate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
Chris and I met on MySpace. We started doing music together first, and then we became really good friends, and we were friends for about 5 years. And then we started dating each other in 2008. By February 2009, we were engaged, and by November 2009, we were married. We have 3 children together that we have raised, and we have traveled the world together and eaten some of the best food in the world, and collectively have just built up an amazing network of friends and family and a circle of people that we just love and care about, and they continue to motivate and we continue to motivate them. We build our energy on our relationship with the energy that we can give to other people and the effect that we can have on other people's lives. And we're going on 12 years strong this year through all the obstacles and the goods and the bads. We're still together, and we're here to share our story.
Join Meridate today by visiting www.meridate.com. Date, Houston's first private social club for couples.
This is Jay Williams, and I am representing myself and my husband Christopher as the real couple for Date. We are super excited about this opportunity. But just to give you a little quick review of how we actually met. Chris and I met in 2001 as colleagues while working at a major insurance company here in Houston. 2 years later, we started dating because we met again at a club. Actually, it was just a party. It wasn't actually a club. Anyway, I felt hard for him and he felt hard for me. Whenever he would call, I would say, my husband's calling. So I feel like I manifested our relationship and I have no regrets of that. Christopher and I got married in 2006. We've had a bumpy road. It has not been all juices and berries, but it has been worth it. The love we have for each other is real and it's strong, and it is faith-based. And so we have been married for 15 years now. We have 2 adult children and 1 amazing grandson.
Join Date today by visiting www.marydate.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the all-new Amber Neal Show here at Boss Up Network. We are so excited you guys decided to join us for Workin Women's Wednesday. Y'all welcome my co-host, DJ Houston and Kadori. It's been a great show so far. If you guys missed it, y'all can catch us at the YouTube channel and Boss Up Network after the show. Also, for you tuning in on podcasts, thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to be part of the show in any kind of way, for more information, go to amberneal.com, and maybe you want to be on the sexy single sofa, because apparently after the wedding we went to last night, from one of the people on it just a couple months ago, yeah, you heard me right, they met and fell in love and got married in 86 days. And so matchmaking is real. People really don't understand, but that is the point of the show. We want to show you what matchmaking is. We want to show you how we pick apart the things that will be deal breakers. And matchmaking, if it does nothing else, it saves you a year off the top when you're trying to meet somebody.
Amen.
You got to find out all that stuff that you have to go on 8,000 dates just to find out. Like, and then
Or
you get to
8,000 people.
8,000, seriously. And did you know you're only compatible with 3% of the people you meet?
Wow.
3%.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so out of 100 men, you're going to date 97 frogs. Who has time?
I ain't about to do it.
I know I don't.
So that's what matchmaking does. Matchmaking is great if you're super busy or you're super introverted. Those are the 2 big things. But the main thing, people that go to matchmaking are people that are really serious about finding love. They're not looking for a hookup. You can get online. You know, online is a lazy man's bar. But today, guys, we're going to help you guys with some tips on how to tell if this person's maybe right for you or not, because we all have that discernment. The problem is we don't listen to our discernment, and we listen to our friends, our family, people that we don't even want to strive to be like. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important that we listen to our own self and our own intuition and have that one-on-one channel with God, because I mean, honestly, that's really all you need when it comes to, is this the right decision? The problem is you may believe in God, but you also got to understand, prayer is half of it.
Oh yes.
Meditation's the other half. You got to give God time for the answer, because so many people will be like, I want my boyfriend to treat me better, and then the next day, if he still ain't treating you better by the next day, well, God must not want me to be with you, bye. And then you just give up before you even give God time to work. So I encourage you, give it time before you just make a move in your own spirit, right? Give God time to move in your life. But today we're going to jump back in at 7 ways to tell if someone may be right for you. All right, guys. So here's number 4. If you make a mistake, see, I always say that, you know, people like in anger, go on road trips, do a sporting event, you're going to find out who people are. So when you make a mistake, that is why most couples, they go through 3 phases. They go, when they're dating, you got the infatuation. Then you have the disillusionment phase. And this is what I'm talking about. So when you get to that disillusionment, oh, wow, they leave their socks on the floor. Oh, wow, they're a slob. Oh, I hate their mom. Oh, you know, whatever it is that you're dealing with, and that disillusionment of what you thought they were, and Prince Charming is now regular average Joe, and he's not as Prince Charming. That is when most couples can't get through the disillusionment phase, to get to the last part, which is the negotiations. And believe it or not, marriage is a business because you're dealing with money. Anytime money's involved, honey, that it is a business, okay? So we're going to try to help you get through the disillusionment phase on this next tip. If you make a mistake, which most people do, I don't, of course, but if you make a mistake, and they are not, and then they consistently are trying to bring it up. I think the worst, listen guys, the thing that is required to have trust is vulnerability. So the worst thing you can do to somebody is I can tell you all my dirt, I can tell you my deepest secrets, the things that's pained me the most, and then every time you make a mistake, it might not even be about that. But they can bring back, well, that's why, you had that problem. That's why your last boyfriend beat you. That's why your last boyfriend cheated on you. That's why your last, you see what I'm saying? Don't do that to people. If somebody has the trust to be vulnerable with you and tell you, and then they make one mistake and they bring up all the other mistakes in anger, just trying to prove that you're the bad person and they're right, that's not going to work. That's not going to work, because the right person for you will ease your worries. They will help you free yourself from not only the mistake you're making now, but from your past mistakes too. It's about, if God don't even remember your sins once you ask for forgiveness, why do you let your mate sit there and crucify you to the wall? I don't get it.
I completely agree with you right there. I am not going to sit there and let somebody do that to me, because yes, I'm human. I make mistakes all the time.
Exactly.
He's human. He makes mistakes all the time. I'm not gonna allow him to sit here and act like he's Mr. Stuff doesn't stink. You know what I mean? Because it does. It probably stinks worse than mine. And you know what? It's one of those things. Like I really don't understand why people tolerate that. But I guess it's because those people aren't healed yet, and they haven't found the love that they need themselves. They're very unhealed, as we like to say, and are codependent and need somebody to just be there. Not even emotionally be there, just to physically be there, financially be there.
That's what's wrong with a lot of women today, honestly. I mean, I know you see the stupid story. They rather have a piece of a man than no man.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, these women out here that will literally, like, hey, honey, you can stay home and play video games all day. You ain't got to do no chores around the house. You just got to put the D on me and be here and look good. I mean, there's a lot of power. I'm telling you, y'all would be blown away as matchmaker how many women don't, if they got money, they're kind of like, I don't need them for nothing other than the D.
They're unhealed too, because money don't mean nothing.
Right.
If you're unhealed, you can't take this money with you when you die, and you're just basically putting up with somebody for sex. Like that shows how you feel about yourself.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not a sex toy promoter, but you already know you can go buy that in the store.
Or Amazon.
Of course, it's a human.
Apparently on Amazon too, guys.
Yeah,
y'all go check out my.
Amazon Prime.
I'm building a storefront on Amazon right now, guys, and I have a storefront called Lonely Nights.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
I know. I'm like, do I get a discount code or anything? Like, I need to restock.
That's the truth, guys. But that's the truth, though. If you're a successful, powerful woman, why do you not think that you can have it all? Why do you not think you deserve it all? Why are you accepting the minimum? So a piece of a man is better than what you want in a whole man. Listen, guys, back to what I said before. That's a distraction.
It is.
Think about it. If you don't have somebody you're entertaining, having to babysit and be their mom, imagine how much more work you can get done toward your mission and your goals. Your goal in life should not be about getting laid. That's not what life's about.
Some people wake up with their goal and go to bed with their goal.
I mean, we don't like it, but it's a distraction if it's not helping you move toward your goals at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's more to life than sex. In reality, I've ended relationships because all they wanted was sex, and I was like, sex for the first month, it's okay every day, 10 times a day.
Have you ever ended a relationship because they don't want it enough?
Honestly, no, because as always, in the honeymoon stage of any relationship, you're going at it like rabbits. Like
you would think.
Yeah, you would think. Every relationship I've been in, we go at it like rabbits.
I saw this meme the other day, and the girl was complaining because the guy wouldn't give it to her enough. And it made her feel rejected. And if her language of love is touch, that's a very valid, her perception.
It is
true.
It
That's
is.
her truth.
And, and that's why I'm like, I haven't broken up with somebody because of the lack of sex, but I have because I want too much. Because I'm just like, there's more, again, I love sex, I mean, I'm a man, but, to me, there's more to a relationship than just sex. And all we're doing every day, instead of, we're not talking, we have dinner, we have sex, we watch Netflix, we have sex. Like, where's the relationship?
They're not into you as a person.
Yeah,
they don't know crap about you.
Exactly. They're into my body.
Well, that's why when traumatic things happen, like somebody get in an accident, or we just went through the pandemic, you see so many people breaking up because they don't even know who the damn person is.
Exactly.
They've been with them for 15 years, they don't know nothing about them. Now you're stuck in the house, and it's like, who is this?
And that's why people break up during why people break up during the disillusionment part. Because as long as you're just humping and lust is leading, and trust me, listen guys, there is a purpose for all of it. We need the lust part. We need that part in the beginning because it is what bonds you to that person when you are making love. But that bonding and that initial lust part is what carries you through the disillusionment all the way to the negotiations. You got to have a strong bond to give a damn, because we're all very self-absorbed, self-serving. I mean, it's just our human nature to a survival mode. Maybe it's a better way to put it. Not that we're all selfish. It's just that we all have to look out for ourselves first, because who will if we don't? But the less part is that's why they break up, because once you have to actually sacrifice and compromise. Love is about sacrifice. Lust is about ego. So that's how you know if it's love or lust. One will sacrifice for you and one won't.
And that kind of brings us up to the next point. Often people layer themselves up with a big, huge, gigantic coat of ego.
Exactly.
It's kind of it's scary how people will do that just to act like they're a better person when they're actually a piece of trash. Yeah. It's funny, but with the person who's right for you, the Mr. Right, Mrs. Right, the good person, you don't have to worry about impressing them. And you can go ahead and let those walls down. Yeah. You don't have to constantly be on your tiptoes, worried, looking over your shoulder, like, is everything okay? You don't have to act paranoid.
That's true, because they're not going to abuse your confidence. They're not going to take the things you confided in them to and use it against you in a fight and fight dirty. That's toxic.
Those egos can be deadly.
Ego is the death of all relationships.
The death of all relationships.
It is. Yes. I'm telling you, most of the time, if you go back, y'all do this at home, go back and think about all the relationships that you've had in your life, right? So many times you will find yourself saying it's a different person in the same, it's the same person in a different body.
Exactly.
What's the common denominator? You are. And that will be your clue that you're not healed, or even you could lead with ego. And I see a lot of powerful women. Why am I powerful and successful and single? Because we got to turn that off. When it's time, when we're talking about dating, we got to not lead with our accomplishments. But when we're not healed, that's why I say being an overachiever can be a coping mechanism. Right. Because when you lead with your accomplishments instead of your hobbies, your interests, what you like to do, and show that softer side of you, it's because you don't believe that side of you is good enough. So you hide behind the mask of your success and your title and your credentials. Try leading with what you like to do, and your charity events or long walks on the beach, or I love helping rescue dogs or whatever. Have a conversation that's about common interests, because if the common interests aren't there, more than likely, opposites attract, but they don't usually stay together.
And one thing that I can kind of tell you that you can do to help find somebody who has the same activities, the same mindset you do, is you can join events and adventures. Adventures. Why do I always say adventures? I'm like, let's go, adventures. But because for singles, you know what I'm saying? That's totally for singles right there. You can find people who are on the same like mind as you, so that like the same activities as you. So that right there already helps with the icebreaker. Yes, it already helps narrow down the pool. If you're too cheap to hire us as matchmakers, you can take the cheap route and do that. You can, which is why with Married Date, we do it for couples. So that way, after you go and get booed up from over there, you can still have the fun. Yes, you and your boo can still have those activities to do. Keeping the date in married. Yes. So I love it. But I'm telling you, find a social club, do something along those routes, go and do events, or you can come and join some of our events, like where we're doing the speed dating day.
Week from Thursday. say.
You know, so like we have speed dating events, we have all kinds of matchmaking things that we got. Yeah, exactly. Like we're gonna do all kinds of things for you. So you can do. There's several different routes for you, but you know, it's about finding people who have that like-mindedness of you. You know, you want to.
That's what I like about events and adventures is you only meet people at events you pick.
Exactly. You know, because it's not like a field trip kind of scenario where you're at work or school where you're forced to go there. Today we're gonna take you down Boring Avenue and we're gonna talk boring like this all day long. No, instead it's, you know, I like to rock climb, and so I'm gonna go rock climbing, and this person likes to rock climb because they're here with me.
And
so
and back to the competitive part. You want to see people when they lose a game.
Right, exactly.
You want to see how they treat the wait staff. You want to see how they treat people they're not attracted to. Y'all go check them out, eventsandadventures.com. Tell them you heard about us on the Amber Neal Show, and they got a special gift for you.
Amen. Or those couples, go check out marriedate.com.
Yes.
That'd be funny. And another thing about what we're talking about, you know, the world is a crazy place. So this person will bring peace in your life as opposed to confusion. And they'll be willing to prove themselves, not just with the talk. You know, they'll actually be there for you, you know, because when you got confusion or doubt, that's like a little red flag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody really cares about you and they're really trying to make it work, they're not going to leave you confused.
Look at Shamir and Shug.
Yes,
Amen.
never been confusion.
86 days and they're married.
No confusion.
None.
They just
Whatsoever.
came into it and
Since
they were
day
authentic.
one, they were like,
One.
I swear.
He pursued
Yes.
her.
honestly, it felt
beautiful to watch.
It's lovely, but honestly, it was so much like a business contract. Like, this is what I want. This is what I expect. Can you handle it? Let's do it. I love you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how bosses get married.
Exactly. And, you know, but not to put it down or anything, to say that there's, you know, less love or anything like that, because it's just
business, guys.
exactly.
It's a business
When
part of marriage.
you go and you get married, you are putting your personal life, your business life, you're combining two lives.
Everything.
And so at some sense, in some point, your marriage is a contract. This is why you sign a marriage license. This is a contract saying that you're going to stay faithful, that you're going to do everything you can to stay together. That's what it is. It's a contract. So sometimes you have to look at it like that. You know, you have to know what you want. What do you want out of this contract? What are you looking for to get out? You know.
Exactly.
I think some people just want to be married because, you know, it's popular and they want to be married.
They want the
what I
wedding,
can say,
not the marriage.
They want the wedding,
Yeah.
not the marriage. And I would say about them, which I've known both of them less than a year, but because I've had a lot of life experience, I can tell they love each other and they respect each other.
That part.
They're both CEOs. They're both bosses. They came in with that respect. They allow each other the space and room to do their own individual businesses, and they're just authentic with each other. And everybody that was in the room last night could feel that, you know. And it just gives you hope if you're somebody that hadn't been around. So I was like, oh my God, there's still love and there's still genuine good people out here.
And they're still
awesome.
Exactly, and
It
they're
was
still
so
love at
awesome
first
to see
sight.
it.
You know, that's what. I mean,
believe
of
that.
course, you know they had the help of the millionaire matchmaker.
She
but
gets all the credit for hooking them up because she felt something.
She did.
She hooked them up.
But
yeah.
ultimately, it was their decision, and they found each other love at
did.
first sight. You know, when they
That's
walked.
real, guys.
Exactly. When
It's
they both
real.
walked into that room, you just felt that presence of
felt
like,
it,
man, this is a king and a queen taking over this
Yeah.
empire right here.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like when they came together.
It did.
The day they met, you know, like I remember the day after their date, it was like, oh, and you could just the pictures that were taken, the
romance.
exactly the romance that was there,
Thoughtfulness
the
of
way
it.
they held themselves. It was just, you know, you knew that this is a
Yes.
king, this is a queen.
Yeah.
And you
You
know
know?
what I love, in addition to the authenticity, you know how we always say there's power in your vulnerability. When she was walking down there, he was crying, and when she got up there, she wiped the tears. And I'm like, oh my
Oh my gosh,
y'all
I
make
know.
me
That
cry.
almost made me cry
God.
too. I was
I
like,
had to keep myself from crying. I didn't want to ruin my makeup. Like, I didn't take pictures, but I'm like,
stop. I'm
Oh
I'm
my
starting to get it.
God.
Like,
No, we were
you
all
know,
like-
it was.
seriously, that was so sweet.
It
like, I
was
like,
because
oh
normally
my
it's the
God.
other way around. If that ever
Yeah.
happens, it's the other way around.
I've seen
but-
a lot of men
Wow.
cry, you know, because the thing is, a real man of God understands a rib.
Yes.
He understands
yes.
when he found his rib. And
He
that's
understood
exactly
that. He understood that.
I called her and I said, I got your Boaz. I called him, I said, I found your rib.
Wow.
And that is exactly, it gives me chills. And that's exactly what I said. And when I was at the wedding during the day, they did the official wedding during the day, they did the ceremony at night. And when I was at the actual wedding, I was like trying to choke up. I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. But the thing is, we cry tears of joy.
Yes.
And men have just as many emotions as women.
Yes.
I don't understand why
Right.
it's such a big thing if a man cries, but that's why society made it. That's
Yes.
what's wrong with it, is that men are
Exactly.
stifled. And it's hard to put that out
there.
there.
They don't want men to show their emotions, but they don't understand that men would show their emotions and understand the power and the vulnerability. You probably wouldn't have had the problems you have in these relationships.
Amen. If people would just stop, if society would just stop forcing men to hide our emotions and our feelings, we could probably have world peace.
He's crying.
Because a lot of people that have, a lot of the hate that goes around and a lot of the wars that go on are created by men.
And they don't, because they can't.
You really don't understand. Think about all the people.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
you believe in that?
I do.
I think anyone can be toxic.
Because in reality, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a room and just because the presence that I put off, I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, men are threatened by it a lot, especially being a gay man, and I can get close to their wives because women love me. You know what I'm saying? And they get threatened by it so fast. I've had so many guys threaten me because they're like, I know you're not gay, you're cheating, you're trying to get with my wife, or just because they feel insecure that, and it happens a lot. We're just walking into the room because people feel threatened, they feel insecure about their own.
That's crazy.
It really is, and it's all about that ego. It's like, bro, first off, if I wanted your woman, I'd have her. But second, I'm like, I don't want your woman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should just treat your woman better. I don't know how many women tell me that they've thought about leaving their man just because of the way I treat them. And I'm like, I just treat you.
Husband to their
and I'm like, I just treat you literally like how a human being should be treated.
Right,
so if your man, if you've got an issue with the fact that your woman is hanging out with a gay man and you're insecure about that, maybe you just need to start treating your woman better.
That's it.
I'm serious. Like, guys, get in touch with those feelings. Women love it. I got two women sitting right here, and they'll tell you that if a man gets emotional with them, they're probably gonna cry with them, and they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. It's gonna bring their bond that much closer. And that's why I'm close with women, because women know I have that feminine side of me. I'm in touch with my emotions. I'm okay with that, and that's why it's easy for me to talk to women. And the guys that have a problem talking to women, that shut down and won't show their emotions, that's why your women come running to me.
Exactly. Maybe we should get you to a class for straight men that need to have that need help talking to their woman.
I'll charge $1,000 an hour. Thank you. I'm saving your marriage here. I'm a counselor at this point.
Marriage.com. Okay.
Oh my God.
But one thing, and I'm going to add to what you said about it is a contract, right? It's a business contract. It's a commitment. It is. But you know what it is even more than that? It's a covenant. Mm-hmm. It's a covenant with God. Mm-hmm. You are entering into a covenant. That's why I challenge you guys. Your karma will come down and hunt your ass down. Because when you make a covenant with God about something, you better mean it. Because I don't know about y'all, but I have enough fear and respect for God that I am not fixing to play with him about what I promise to God that I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. And when you break your covenant, and the thing is, guys, you are to lead your woman in love and honor, not anger, not fear-based. Mm-hmm. And we're to respect our kings. And that's the thing, guys. Yes. We just have to learn. We have to really get in there and learn back to the way it's meant to be. Mm-hmm. But focus on your covenant, because sometimes your karma will skip you and jump all the way over to your kids, and they're going to be the ones paying for it. And last but not least, guys, the last tip we have for you today on 7 ways to tell if someone is right for you or not is if they have the same amount of care for you during good times and bad times. Do you find yourself going through hardships alone? Do you find that you always have to do things for yourself, or call other people to help you, or go to things that are important with you? That's really a sign it's time to move on. If you are, Robin Williams said, the worst feeling in the world is to be with someone and still feel alone. Oof. It's better for you. That's the resistance I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's your self-love side of your intuition telling you this is not for you. Yeah. It feels yucky. It feels bad. And the longer you stay in those things that make you feel yucky and bad, the more you're going to hate yourself.
Well, it's the lack of support. It's no support. It's jealousy of the person. That's why I said that. That's a power couple, Shamir and Sugar Ray, because they're both CEOs. They both support each other. They're not trying to pull the other one off what they already had before they got there. They're just there to offer their support and love and encouragement. And you could just see it and you can feel it. Like, why come in these relationships and start trying to take over and start telling the person what to do and what not to do? That's not what you're supposed to be there for. You're supposed to be loving them and showing support.
Thank you.
And if you need them and they don't listen, the Bible says a nagging woman will drive a man to the corner of the rooftop. But the opposite side of that is a woman should go to God, right? But the other side of that is how many times can you make your request be known and it be ignored before you listen to the silence? Sometimes God's best protection is his unanswered prayers. Don't miss a sign, guys.
Actually, you know what? On that with the unanswered prayers, I actually saw a meme. You know how you love your memes about how it said sometimes all your prayers are answered. They're always answered. Sometimes you just don't hear it.
Ooh,
Exactly.
I like that.
That's true.
I
That
like
is
that.
true.
All right, guys. Well, that's been another Working Women's Wednesday. We
Yes.
hope that has really helped you guys out. Try to figure out if someone is right for you or not. Tomorrow we got the sexy single sofa. Are we going to find another marriage? We'll find out. For more information, go to amberneal.com.
Yeah, and guys, don't forget, check out the Amber Neal Show on Facebook. We have our singles event coming up on July 22nd. It is glow in the dark speed dating along with musical love chairs. It's going to be so much fun. We're hosting it here at Boss Up Houston Network. All you singles come out. All you business owners come out. I mean, it's a great event, not only to have fun and get to mingle with some other singles, but you get to network as well.
Yeah, we're going to have the cameras rolling. So come out and spotlight. Get on the red carpet.
Exactly.
Spotlight your business. Give a shameless plug for your business. Hey, why not? 500,000 people will see you.
Hey, thank you.
Actually, 3.5 million people will see you because we're on cable too. So.
Hey. And don't forget, if y'all guys want to be part of that sexy single sofa, hit me up at the Amber Neal Show. I can get you booked. We got a couple of openings up in August. We're booked all the way to like the end of August, with our sexy singles. Everybody's getting it's wedding season.
The word's getting out about the sexy single
Exactly.
sofa.
Yes.
And make sure you go check out marrieddate.com. Our events are live. We got so many things happening for you couples. It's going to be so cute, so much fun. Check it out. Kadori. Tell me about your hoodies and where we can find them.
Not only do I have I Love Me hoodies, I have I Love Me t-shirts now too, and that's on ilovemehoodie.com. Or if you want to go through my other link, you can go to kadori.net, CADORI.net. Follow me on all social media at Kadori Brand.
All right. Well, another fun day with Kadori. We always have so much fun when you're over here, girl.
Always,
Right.
it's always a
You look
blast.
all beautiful.
Thank
You're
you.
about to meet your king. I'm gonna go ahead and
He might be
declare, I'm gonna
watching.
prophesy that. No,
Hey.
I'm serious. Like, if you hadn't already met him, but I feel somebody in your energy. I don't know what it is. She's holding back. She ain't telling me something. I can feel it. So quit playing with me, girl.
All right, y'all guys make sure
I'm
y'all.
gonna find it. I'm gonna get on the green screen. All right, guys.
Y'all stay tuned, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same time. Maridate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
We are the Adolphs.
Willie and Tequila.
We are blessed and honored to be asked to be a host couple for Married Date.
We have been a part of each other's lives for so many years.
We partied hard and worked harder.
We have 4 adult children and 2 fur babies.
We are entrepreneurs and we work together for over 20 years.
We have been married since 1999 through thick and thin, sickness and health, through troubles and triumphs, struggles and all victories. But God.
We built it up.
We built it up.
We built it up. And now we're solid. Solid as a rock. We are the Adolphs.
Join Maridate today by visiting www.maridate.com. Maridate.
Gentlemen, live from Houston, Texas, it's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of marrieddate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber Neal.
Hey guys, it's your girl Millionaire Matchmaker. I love working Women's Wednesdays with Kadori and DJ Houston. And Kadori thinks she's slick. She thinks that I didn't know that she's got some man in her energy space. Y'all know I just got somebody married yesterday. So I know she's talking to somebody. Shh, don't tell anybody. But I know she's talking to somebody. And I'm going to find out today at lunch. So we'll find out. Maybe we can bring her back on the show next week and actually ask her who the hell it is. Because I know she's talking to somebody. Okay. But anyway, it was a great show, guys. Today, the most important thing that you can do in your life is pick your partner. Even Warren Buffett said the most important decision you'll ever make in your life is who you choose to spend it with. So today's topic is really to help you decide if somebody may or may not be right for you, because at the end of the day, if you pick somebody that's not going to support you, be there, have your back, and truly be a king or queen energy, you're dealing with a joker. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I had so much fun on Working Women's Wednesday. We always do it. Ever Dealy DJ Houston. And she thinks that I'm talking to somebody. I can't believe her. I don't know. I might let her know a secret, but whatever. Anyway, today on the show, it was so nice to get 7 tips on if someone is really for you. And I learned a lot myself about how just really sticking true to who you are as a person and just attracting that, good energy so you can bring the right kind of person in your life. It's always a fun show. Y'all have to tune in every Wednesday at 3 p.m. and catch us because we all just vibe together. We always have a great time.